Okay, so we're back again and we're having more fun with cat, dog, and rabbit and doing some list construction. Only this time we're going to do it the super cool way of using list comprehensions. So remember, the goal is to create this list cat, dog, rabbit here, and but not to use the nested for loop approach that we had from Active Code 7. So there's a couple ways that we can do this as one-liners, and so let's just get started. So remember, with a list comprehension, we put it inside brackets, and we have to have some kind of a loop variable, x, or maybe we should call it ch, since we're constructing a list of characters, for ch in. Now, if we simply put this list here of cat, dog, rabbit, like that, well, our list comprehension is simply going to reconstruct that list because we're looping over ch in, and we are iterating through all of the elements of the list, cat and dog and rabbit, right? So that doesn't give us what we want. So if we're going to do this in a single list comprehension like this, like the examples show, somehow we have to flatten out this list into just a bunch of characters that we can iterate over. Now, there's an easy way to do that, and you might think, well, this is kind of dumb. Maybe it even seems like cheating, but we're going to use our old friend, the join function. So we are going to simply join all of the things on this list into one. So let's just remind ourselves really quickly here what happens when we just do this join. So if the first thing we'll do is we will just print this out, comment that out. So if we run that, notice that just creates that single cat, dog, rabbit, creates that single string. So now when we iterate, we are going to actually be iterating over the individual characters in that string because of that join. All right, so if I haven't misplaced my parentheses, if we run this list comprehension, there you have it. We have our list of cat, dog, rabbit. Okay, so maybe that feels a little bit unsatisfying, but let's take a look at how we could do this. It turns out that you can, in fact, nest things in a list comprehension. And so we are going to do this as a nested list comprehension. So here we go. So we're going to say word sub I, which is going to refer to a character in a particular word, for word in cat, dog, rabbit. Okay. For I, so now we've got to get both of our variables involved here. For I in and the range length of word. So we're doing it both ways here now. So word, for word in cat, dog, rabbit, for I in range of length word. So as word is bound to each element in this list, we're going to further go on, and we're going to use word to create a length, to create a range for I to iterate over. And so now if we run this, and I haven't mistyped anything, oops, which I obviously have, we're missing our in. And there you go, ta-da. So you can do this, you can be very clever with nesting these things, and you might have discovered this if you looked on the Python website and looked at list comprehensions. And if you haven't looked on list comprehensions on the Python website, you might want to do that because there's a lot of really interesting, a lot more interesting examples of using list comprehensions. Okay, so there is one more thing that we should think about here for just a second. And so the question is, can we also do the remove duplicates using this list comprehension approach? And the answer is yes. And we're going to do it in a very simple, tricky way. You up above in the book read about something called sets, and you probably know that you can make a set out of a list. And you also may remember from that a set only contains each item once. All right, so we can create a set out of the list created in this list comprehension. And since a set is just another sort of collection, we can then convert that set back to a list again using the list. So yeah, sounds kind of crazy, I know. And I'm messing up my... So what do I mean by that? Well, let's create this set. We can pass this list comprehension to set, and let's see what happens when we do this. We get the set, and you can see that the set now only contains the set of unique things. And to get that back to a list again, we can convert a set back to a list by using our list constructor. And so there's a super easy way to remove duplicates, and it works really fast. So there's probably other ways that you could do this. You could create a dictionary, a temporary dictionary, and be adding things to the dictionary inside the list comprehension. And then using the if clause on a list comprehension to see if the thing is in the dictionary. And I'll leave that up to you now that I've given you that hint to actually go ahead and give that a try.